Hey guys, it's Memorizer92, and today I'm gonna cover the Empress build. For those who doesn't know about Arcana's playstyle and identity, it's gonna be hard to understand this video, so please refer to the previous video that is linked below. Then let's get started. First, let's see what Empress class engraving does. The damage of red skills on 4 stacks increases by 20%, 25%, and 30% at each level. Also, it gives you back 30% of consumed mana from using red skills. So you can tell that the DPS heavily relies on the red skills if you use Empress class engraving. And all the build will focus on increasing damage of the red skills. For the gears, you wanna run Argo set that increases crit rate, and Nightmare set for the relic gears since Arcana is one of the classes that easily runs out of mana. For the stats, Empress build mains specialization and subs crit. Specialization increases the damage of the red skills and also increases the restoration of the identity gauge as well. Alright, then let's go over to the skills. The first skill is called Call of Fate. This skill is not a DPS skill, but helps Arcana to draw cards frequently from the deck. Agile movement increases attack speed. Quick draw gives you the chance to draw a card from the deck regardless of the identity gauge. If you see here, at level 5, I get 40% chance to draw a card. Consecutive attack allows you to hit twice with this skill. This is very important because the odd of quick draw can be applied to all the first and second hit. For the rune, I'm running Bleed rune. And for the upgrade of the tripod, quick draw tripod is important to upgrade. Return. This skill is a combo skill. It is not a DPS skill, but has the crit rate party synergy buff and a crit damage buff for Arcana. Vital point exposure reduces the crit resistance of the mob by 10% for 10 seconds. Focused card increases the distance of this skill, and Exposed Darkness increases Arcana's crit damage by 77.5% at level 5 for 5 seconds. This means you most likely have to use this skill right before using the red skills, which do the actual damage. For the rune, I'm running the Rage rune, and for the upgrade of the tripod, Exposed Darkness is important to upgrade. Quadra Accelerate. This skill is a blue skill that can stack up to 2 stacks on the mob. Agile movement increases the attack speed. Stack increase gives Arcana 5% chance to stack up stacks by 4 instead of 2. For the rune, I'm running Galewind. Scratch Dealer. Well, this skill is a blue skill that can stack up to 2 stacks on the mob. It is a 2x combo skill that can be also used as a movement skill. For the first line, you can choose either 2 of these. Well, excellent mobility increases the distance of the movement. Vital point exposure applies crit party synergy just like the return skill. For the second line, weak spot attack that increases damage on tenacity mob. And for the third line, security device makes the skill into 3x combo instead of 2. When used as 3 combo, then it enables Arcana to teleport back by having attack speed and movement speed buff for a few seconds. For the rune, I'm running Galewind. Spiral Edge. This skill is a blue skill that can stack up to 2 stacks on the mob. It is a chain skill that can be used twice and applies 1 stack for each chain. Quick preparation reduces cooldown. Ruthless shot increases stack to 2 stacks instead of 1 for each chain, which means just by using this skill, we'll max out the stacks to 4. And light step, which increases movement speed by 40% for 2 seconds for each chain. For the rune, I'm running the Galewind rune, and for the upgrade, quick preparation is important to upgrade. Celestial Rain. This skill is the strongest red skill that Arcana has. Vital point hit increases crit rate of this skill by 45% at level 5. Enhanced Strike increases damage by 60% at level 5. And Weak Point Detection at level 5 increases cooldown by 8 seconds, but also increases damage by 176% if you have 4 stacks on the mob, and if that mob has tenacity like guardians and bosses, including the legion rate. For the rune, you have to run Protection Rune to activate Barricade Engraving. For the upgrade, all 3 tripods are important to upgrade. Serendipity. The damage of this skill fluctuates a lot depending on RNG. Piercing Strike has 50% chance of ignoring 80% of the mob's armor at level 5. Lucky Strike at level 5 allows you to have 20% chance for each stack on the mob to increase crit damage by 504%, which means you get 80% odd to get this crit damage. And Intentional Luck, which increases all the probability of the tripod of this skill by 20%. This means Piercing Strike will have 70% chance to ignore the armor instead of 50%, and Lucky Strike will have 100% chance to increase crit damage instead of 80% at 4 stacks. Well, for the rune, you have to run Protection Rune to activate Barricade Engraving. And for the upgrade, all these 2 tripods are important to upgrade. This one is capped at level 1, by the way. Secret Garden. This skill is the second strongest red skill. If you get lucky on Serendipity, then that will do similar damage to Celestial Rain. But since this skill RNGs a lot, technically Secret Garden is the second strongest. Vital Point Hit increases crit rate by 40% at level 5. Complete Secret at level 5 increases damage by 80% on mob that has 4 stacks. And Secret Chance increases damage by 95% at level 5. For the rune, you have to run Protection Rune to activate Barricade Engraving. For the upgrade, all 3 tripods are important to upgrade. For the awakening, Death Fortune. This is the second awakening skill which damage varies on the stacks on the mob. It does not remove the stacks, so you can use the red skill right away after using this awakening. And this awakening also can get benefit from the Judgment card. There is a very important thing that you have to know about the red skills. Secret Garden, for example, if you use it without stacks, it does single hit. But if you have the stacks, then it hits twice. The higher damage is the damage of the stack explosion, where all the DPS of Empress build comes out from. The lower damage is the damage from the pure skill, which is identical to the single hit damage. By the way, Secret Garden is a back attack type skill. The lower damage is the one that has this type, and the higher one does not have any types, which is why Empress build can run Hitmaster engraving, even though most of the red skills have either back or head attack types. This is why Arcana is a position-free DPS class. For the engravings, level 3 Grudge, Curse Doll, Barricade, Hitmaster, level 2 Adrenaline, and level 1 Empress class engraving is the best DPS set. Barricade can be used by using Protection Rune on all the red skills, which I mentioned before. Hitmaster, I also explained this. Level 1 Empress is because Empress engraving shows the highest efficiency at level 1. If you see here, it increases damage of red skills by 20% at level 1 and starts to grow just by 5% for each level. So rather than going for level 3 Empress that increases damage of the red skills by 30%, it's better to go for level 1 Empress and level 2 Adrenaline. The reason for Adrenaline level 2 is because it shows high efficiency even at level 2, since it increases 10% crit rate and 4% attack. So this is the best engraving set, but other options can be like number 1, running Keen Blunt Weapon over either Curse Doll, Barricade, or Hitmaster if you are wearing crit rate Argo set. And number 2, running level 3 Empress class engraving over either Curse Doll, Barricade, Hitmaster, or Adrenaline. So in short, the engraving that you have to prioritize is getting either level 1 Empress or level 3 Empress class engraving. So after that, you can run any other valid engravings that you want to go for, either for 2 level 3 or 3 level 3 or 4 level 3 builds. Gems are simple. You want to run 3 attack gems for the red skills and 8 cooldown reduction gems on all 8 skills, which will perfectly fit 11 gems. There's nothing much to say about card set as well. Like other DPS classes, if it is not 18 plus Light Salvation or plus 12 Lost Windcliff, then you can run any other card sets. Well guys, that's all for today. Thank you for watching and see you guys on the next video. Bye bye.